Welcome back now to the latest on the 2016 presidential race. Two more candidates in the GOP have announced they will start their campaigns, and another expected tomorrow. Blake Berman joins me now in Washington with the latest there. Good morning to you, Blake.
Hi there, Maria. Good morning. Ben Carson and Carly Fiorina are the fourth and fifth candidates in the race for the White House on the GOP side. They're the first Republicans in the field, though, who have never held elected office. Fiorina, as you know, is known best as the former chief executive of Hewlett-Packard. She unsuccessfully challenged Barbara Boxer in a 2010 Senate race, but announced via Twitter this morning she has bigger goals in mind this time around.
I just announced that I'm running for president, because I think our nation is at a pivotal point. We need to restore possibilities for every American.
Ben Carson is the famed doctor-turned-author. He gained recognition as the head of Johns Hopkins University's pediatric neurosurgery unit. Now retired, Carson has become a Tea Party favorite for his criticisms of President Obama and the Affordable Care Act. Carson told a local TV station yesterday he is running for president, but he'll have an official event in Detroit later today. Before tipping his hand yesterday, Carson spoke to Fox News about the variety of Republican candidates.
I'm very glad there are a lot of people who are running, because the people will get an opportunity to really hear a variety of solutions and make a wise choice.
Now, Mike Huckabee is also expected to enter the race. The former Arkansas governor will officially announce his intentions in his hometown of Hope, Arkansas, tomorrow. All for the moment have ground to make up, Maria, on a hypothetical field in the latest Fox News poll taken 2 weeks ago. 9% of Republicans supported Huckabee, while Carson had 6% and Fiorina did not register. Maria?
All right, Blake, we'll be watching that. Thanks so much. Blake Berman in D.C. this morning. Fiorina is the only woman and the only Republican who comes from the business world. For more on this, let me bring in Mark Serrano. He is Proactive Communications President, joining us right now, also in D.C. Mark, good to have you. What are your observations on the Fiorina run?
Good morning, Maria. You know, this is a really exciting week for the GOP presidential campaign. After nauseating scandals from the Clinton campaign for weeks on end, we finally are entering a week where we've got bright, energetic, visionary people with a great background. Fiorina is one of them. You know, she's got a great record. She's a trailblazer as a CEO. And if you take a look at Fiorina, and there are comparisons to make to Barack Obama, I'll tell you what, her worst day on the job as a CEO is still far better than Barack Obama's best day on the job.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be a great addition to this race.
Maybe, but I mean, I'm having a deja vu. The last time the GOP had all these candidates in the primary, everybody just sort of jumped on each other, and they made it worse for the entire group. I mean, what is the danger of that happening again?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be a vigorous debate. I think the grassroots of the GOP, particularly in the early states where Carly Fiorina is catching a lot of attention, is hungry for a real renegade, hungry for change. And so I think it's going to be a terrific debate with these candidates. And what's different this year, too, is super PACs will make a big, big difference. So someone who's not registering in polls yet, such as Fiorina or another business leader like Donald Trump, they can really take off thanks to super PAC money and stay in this race for quite a long time while the debate goes on.
Who is the best candidate to go up against Hillary Clinton, in your view?
I think Scott Walker, I think Fiorina. There are a lot of candidates. Look, you know what? Everyone on the GOP side is a better candidate than Hillary Clinton. Fiorina makes a very, very powerful case that she's got much better credentials, and she turns convention on its head, where you know, the national media is making the claim that Hillary is the obvious best first woman president, and Fiorina is going to challenge that theory. Ben Carson is the un-Obama. He is challenging convention. He's going to tear apart Obamacare based on his expertise. These are eminently qualified, successful people. You know, and it's funny because there are a lot of candidates who could take on Hillary Clinton and absolutely obliterate her in a debate because they're qualified, they're experienced. Donald Trump, a lot of people dismiss him, and I've been cynical about his odds of running. He's going to run this time. Fiorina and Trump are two examples of people with great history and background, and they could juxtapose themselves to Hillary Clinton better than anybody.
So what you're saying is, even if some of the newcomers do not win the nomination, it's important that they are in this race because their role is to ensure that they are providing something that goes up against what Hillary Clinton provides.
Absolutely. what we're going to see is a very healthy debate on the Republican side. The GOP grassroots is looking for someone who is going to restore constitutional principles, is going to restore this economy after 8 years of Obama, is going to reduce the tax burden on small businesses and regulatory burden. And so I think the Republican side really is a debate about what are the best ways to achieve that. Most of the candidates are going to support those principles. So really, it's going to be more of a debate about how do we achieve those goals and how can they tell a story that really connects with the grassroots. You know, people like Carly Fiorina and Ben Carson and Mike Huckabee, they have really got the grassroots stirred up. They are drawing big crowds in Iowa, big crowds in New Hampshire. And so I think it begins a really excellent debate on the Republican side. Let's have a debate. Let's draw scrutiny from the media that they will not apply it to Hillary Clinton. Let's do that, and let's see what are the best ways to achieve those objectives.
Yeah, Mark, great analysis. We so appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Maria.
We'll see you soon. Mark Serrano joining us. We're just about 10 minutes away from the opening bell for Monday morning.